What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to start the Gauntlet Series for the Skullcandy METHOD 360 ANC Earbuds. I recently did an unboxing video for these guys and a sound challenge with the Rail ANCs. If you haven't seen those videos, go ahead and check out my channel. I have all those videos as well as other ones in there for you to enjoy. And then come on back and check us out as we kick this one off. So the first opponent for these earbuds will be the Motorola Moto Buds Plus. So great thing about these two earbuds is they're both their sound was done by Bose. So we're going to actually see exactly how these two pair up with their sound coming directly from Bose and everything like that. So it should be a very interesting head-to-head. Let's go ahead and pull each of these guys out. All right, we'll go ahead and take a look at both of these. One is the Moto Buds Plus, are a more, I guess you could say conventional, almost conventional stem style earbud with a thin, short stem. Very nice one looking with the matte and then matte finish all the way around. You got a little gloss detailing here, but still a very nice, very comfortable earbud. I really enjoy listening to these at times. I do rotate through them once in a while here. I got my fingers on the way. Let me show you guys. Well, I think I triggered something here. I think I triggered something. I sure did. I triggered music. All right. Again, like I was saying, very nice and discreet when you put these in. And as we take a look at the METHOD 360s, you could tell Bose has really had their fingerprints all over this one. It definitely looks got some look like the Quiet Comfort 2s, the Quiet Comfort Ultras. They definitely have that look to them, or at least reminiscent of that. I've been very comfortable ear tip and very comfortable to put in just like those. So it definitely has Bose written all on it. Now I'm rocking stock large ear tips on both of these. So I got a little mess on this one. It's been a minute. All right, but anyway, don't look at that. Anyway, I am rocking the large ear tips on both of these, the stock ones. So let's go ahead and put these back in. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and do our comparison testing, and then we're going to come back for that sound test. Stay strapped in. This is a mic test with the Skullcandy METHOD 360 ANC Earbuds in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Skullcandy METHOD 360 ANC Earbuds in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Skullcandy METHOD 360 ANC Earbuds in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Skullcandy METHOD 360 ANC Earbuds in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Motorola Moto Buds Plus earbuds in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Motorola Moto Buds Plus earbuds in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Motorola Moto Buds Plus earbuds in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Motorola Moto Buds Plus earbuds in a crowded location. All right, we are outside for a noise canceling test for the Skullcandy METHOD and 360 ANC earbuds. We are in. We got some good traffic coming. We got a nice little wind here. Right now, we are currently in stay aware mode. And I can tell you now that the transparency mode is doing a really good job. I can hear everything, all the traffic behind me. I can hear it all. So what we want to do now is we're going to quick jump into noise canceling. All right, noise canceling is turned on and it's turned up to the maximum intensity level. And I have to admit, it did do a fantastic job of blocking out sound. Is it getting all of it? No, it's not getting 100% of it, but it does clear out a whole lot of sound. Again, due to right now, there's not a lot of traffic rolling right now, but when there was traffic, it did nullify it
Did a really good job. The wind noise, I can feel the wind on me, but I cannot hear it through the mics. So even the wind noise, they're doing a great job at stopping the wind noise as well. Considering that, one more thing, two more things rather. I did switch out to the larger ear tips, so I got a better seal and everything there. And I am not listening to any audio. All right, so this is strictly the strength of the noise canceling on the earbuds themselves. No music or no audio books or anything of that nature is being played at this point. So if I had to rate this between 1 being the absolute worst, 10 being the best, considering from the sound that I was getting, I would say I'll give these about a good solid 8 on it. See, that car just went right past me. I barely heard it. I mean, it's doing a fantastic job. Is it up there where Bose is, the QCs and everything? No. I will put these probably in the realm slightly below the XM5s and the Rex 5s and earbuds of that ilk. I will put them just below that. But they're doing a fantastic job as it is. So this has been the ANC test for the Skullcandy Method ANC 360 ANC earbuds. All right, we are in my backyard. We got the Motorola Moto Buds Plus in the ear. We're gonna do a quick noise canceling test. Let's go ahead and set the picture. Right now we're in transparency mode. I got my neighbor's dog barking. I got cars on the back side of the house driving. I got cars on the turnpike. Central air units is firing off. The lawnmower stopped, but we got a good test bed. So right now we're gonna go ahead and do a long press on the right earbud to get into noise canceling. Oh, before we do that, just wanna let you know I did switch out the ear tips. So I'm using the large so I can get a better seal, and no audio is being played during this test. It's strictly the noise canceling technology. So here we go. All right, noise canceling has been turned on. I got the chime, and it's doing a really good job. Like, I cannot hear the traffic anywhere, and I could barely hear my neighbor's central air unit. So these are doing a really good job. I can't even hear my dog. I don't know if the dog's barking or not, but I can't hear it. So again, doing a wonderful job on these. Again, no audio is being played. So if I had to choose between 1 and 10, if I had to rate these, 1 being the absolute worst, 10 being the best, I would definitely give these a solid, 7.5. I'll be happy with that. They're doing a really good job. Like I said, I could barely hear the central air unit. I am getting a little more of like cricket. I think I can hear that a little bit. So yeah, 7.5 is a really good spot for these. These are really doing a really good job. All right, so this has been the ANC test for the Moto Buds Plus by Motorola.
All right, we're back in for the sound test. We're gonna go ahead and start off with the Moto Buds Plus. We are in the app. Actually, let me go ahead and take these guys out real quick just so there's no issues there. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at that. There is a firmware update, but I'm having problems running an update, so I'll have to do that at a later time. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. I want to show you my equalizer. There that is, okay? It's like that V shape. And then I also went in and I did, let me see, where's it at? Is this one? Let's see more. Nope. Okay. Yeah. So that's where that is. I thought this had another option, but it didn't. All right, I'm getting so many earbuds. I'm getting kind of confused here. All right. So we got the EQ settings set up. Yep. Looks like everything's good to go. So let me go ahead and hit got our picture-in-picture up. So now we got our first song up here. Yeah, I just wanted to double check just to make sure I had everything turned on for these guys. All right, so we got our first song. Let me pause that quick. Make sure we had our optimal listening level. All right, we are there. Optimal listening level. Let's get it. Let me back that up. All right, here we go. All right, good vocals, nice volume. Vocalists sound nice and clear. Okay, we got a good sound stage with the background vocalist, so it's a decent sound stage on here. I like that. Again, getting the detail too of her breathing. Inhale before the verse, exhale after the verse. Again, I like that. The enunciation, the B's, the P's, and T's. You're definitely picking that up. Again, background vocalists got good separation, but they sound very clear as well. Very nice. Okay, now we got all three together, harmonizing. Sounds very clean. I like the way that sound. It was a nice and clear on that one. Well done with the Moto Buds Plus on first song. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch over to the Method 360s. Let's go ahead and drop these guys out. We're going to go ahead and flip the camera again. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and get the Method 360s out. Make sure they're paired up. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Just double check. Yes, they are paired. So let's go ahead and jump into their app. Okay, got a little ad there. Yes, I want them on the app. I don't know what that was. All right, come on. There we go. Connect. And we doing this real time here. All right, so now we're in the app for the Method 360 ANCs. Let's go ahead and go into my EQ settings. There they go. That's what they look like. Now let's go ahead and drop these in. All right. For some reason, I'm triggering audio when I'm not ready. All right. Let's go ahead and in hearing modes, noise canceling is already on. As soon as I put them in, it triggered them, so I like that. We are at our level for volume. Okay. Let me see here. Let's go ahead and jump back into our song here. All right, here we go. Song number 1. Again, nice volume. Very clear. Nice soundstage with the background vocalists. They sound very clear as well. Again, getting the detail, the breathing. Very clear. The enunciation, the B's, the T's, the P's. Very clean. Sounds very clear. Again, background vocalists got great spacing. They sound very clear as well. Soundstage is decent, but I think the Moto Buds Plus has a wider soundstage. So far, from what I'm hearing right now. Now the harmonizing, again, very clear. Again, with the spacing, doing a great job there. Absolutely love it. All right, man, this is going to be an interesting head-to-head here going in. So, first song down. So far, we've been pretty much even outside of the soundstage or the soundstage, yes. And I'm going to give the volume to the natural volume to the 360s. The Method 360s, I think they're a little louder than the Moto Buds Plus, but the Moto Buds Plus have a wider sound stage. So far, we're still even, 1-1. Let's go into our second song. All right, we are back in. We got our second song up. Our bass song is what I like to call it. We've got the Moto Buds Plus in. Let's go. Ooh. Oh, that bass is pumping. Absolutely. It's got that thump. Okay, you got T-Pain come in, sounded nice and clear. But that bass and the reverb is fading away nicely. Ripples in the pond, like I always say. That's how you want your bass to fade out. Man, that's bass. Let's go ahead and turn this up. Woo. Oh, man. Yeah, that's thumping. Nice and clean. All right, let's go back down. E40's in. Again, it sounded nice and clear with the lyrics. Very clear. Oh, man. Whew. Man, that sounds really, really clean. Oh, that bass just punches in the reverb. Oh, so clean. Oh, absolutely. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to flip this out. Let's back up the song. All right, we doing this right on. All right, we'll test. Make sure we. All right, we are there. Okay, here we go. Song number 2. We got the Method 360 ANCs on. Let's go. Out to shoot. That bass is punching. Okay, the lyrics come in nice and clear. Again, auto-tune, smoothed out. But that bass is it's punching right upside the head. All right, let's go ahead and turn this one up a little bit. Woo. Okay. Oh my God, yeah. That reverb, that fadeaway is clean. Oh goodness. All right, let me go back. All right, we got E40 coming in. Very clean. Again, vocals very clear. Bass is just, oh my gosh. When I say like the reverb is tickling your ear canal, this is it. Oh my goodness, sounds really, really clean, really clear. So good. So good. All right, let's go ahead and get into our final song. All right, we are back in for our final song. We got the Moto Buds Plus in. Let's go ahead, flip our cameras real quick. All right, and get our picture-in-picture up. Here we go, song number 3. All right, right off the bat, nice crisp keys from the keyboard, synthesizer. Caught that little rumble nugget right there in the right ear, like that. And the echoing, just like it just goes on for days. All right, now we got the another note in there. Okay, now we got the rattling instrument in the right ear. Again, very clean. Woo. Okay, we got the bass in now, and then we got the clanging instrument in the left. Here's the bass drop. Let's see what we got. Ooh, it gets down there. Okay, it gets down there. Again, the clanging instrument, again, not staying stationary. They're both moving around. Ooh, that drop. Okay. Again, nice wide sound stage, so everything's getting a good separation. We now got the wave sound in. Very clean. Oh yeah, this sounds good. And again, like I said, you got nice separation, nice spacing, the soundstage. So you can pick out everything. I'm going over. I done ran over my time on this one, but you can definitely pick out instruments and focus on them. And they got such good spacing and everything. Well done on the Moto Buds Plus on that one. All right, let's go ahead and flip over to the Method 360s. Let's go back this up. All right, we backed up our song. All right, we got the Moto 360s both in. All right, did a quick test there. Whoop, come on back. All right, here we go. Song number 1, or song number 3. Sorry, here we go. Yep, crisp, right up the top. That nugget really rocked on these ones. But they got it. Oh, this nice crisp, and the echoing just seems like it just goes on forever. Oh, it sounds so clean. Rattling instrument in the air. And again, moving around, not staying stationary, moving around. Whew. Now we got the bass, man. And we got the clanging instrument in the left ear as well. Woo. Oh, it gets down there too. It's getting down there. Oh, very clean. Again, soundstage not as wide, but you got good separation. Ooh. That bass drop, that when it hits low, when it dips low, that's nice. All right, now we got the other instruments in, not instruments, but the wave sound. Oh, this sounds good. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I hope you guys are following me with these songs or joining me with the songs when I do these tests, because I'm telling you, they're just so good. And these are great songs to test with too as well. So, all right, again, another great job with the audio, just the bass and everything on these. They've done a really good job. Let me take these out. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and get this cleaned up here. We'll come back, we'll talk about them briefly, and then we're going to pick our winner of episode 1. Stay strapped in. All right, we are back in, and this has been a great opening round of the Gauntlet Series for the Method 360 ANCs. Their opponent, the Motorola Moto Buds Plus. Just a fantastic showing for both of these. Let's go ahead and break it all the way down first as far as the app. I am going to, actually, let's back up. As far as the price goes to the Skullcandy Method ANCs. They are the cheaper of the two, so they'll get the point there. A lot of people have been always saying, well, why don't you include price on these when I do these breakdowns? So there you go. All right, price goes to the Method ANCs. All right. As far as the app goes, between both of them, I'm gonna give them both points on the app. They're both equally as good. No one's above the other when it comes to the app and everything. So they both get a point there. Now, as far as mics go, I'm going to go ahead. It's been really close. It was really close. Let me put it that way. They both sound really good. Plus, both in quiet situations as well as in a crowd. However, I'm going to give the nod to the Method 360s because they kind of filtered out a lot of the background noise, a lot more background noise when talking in a crowd than what the Motorola's did. I mean, you can still hear the background, the people in the background. However, the mics came through very clear with the Moto Buds Plus, but you got the clear mics plus the background noise being pretty much, I guess, isolated on the Method 360 ANC. So I'm going to give them the point by the slightest margin on that one. So then, okay. So now moving on to noise canceling. Again, I'm gonna give that nod to the Method 360 ANCs. I think their noise canceling was just a little bit better than the Moto Buds Plus. Although the Moto Buds Plus does have a pretty good noise canceling, but yeah, they're just a little bit better. All right, so moving on to our sound test, which was a great uh, it was a great combination, great comparison between these two in all three songs. First song, both of them did a really good job of giving me clarity when it came to the lead and background vocalists. However, and I did mention that overall, I think the Method 360 ANCs are a louder earbud than the Moto Buds Plus. However, the Moto Buds Plus has a wider sound stage than the Method 360 ANCs. So that, keeping that in mind as we continue on, let's go ahead. Like I said, the both of them gave me great clarity when it came to the in the first song when it came to the lead and background vocalists. They got good spacing and everything. It was just a real clear. They both gave me the detail, the nuances, the breathing and all that stuff, the enunciation and everything. They both picked up and did a really good job there. All right, so moving on to our second song, I think these guys kind of pretty much stayed close in my opinion. The lyrics very crisp and clear. The auto tune from T-Pain smoothed out, so it didn't really like hit that nerve in my ear and just drive me crazy. So they both did really good on that. The bass, again, both of them had thumping bass. It punched it, and then of course that reverb was just was good. Tickled the ear canal. But I'm gonna have to give the nod, a little bit of a nod to the Method 360s on that. And I'm thinking the reason why is because of the wide soundstage kind of lowers the I guess the boom, if you will. It kind of deadens the boom of the bass on the Moto Buds Plus, but it's still good and it's clean. It's not distorted sounding or anything like that. But I just think the Method 360s just got a little bit more of a punch to it, in my opinion, when it came to them. But they both did a fantastic job. You cannot go wrong with bass on these. And again, the soundstage being wider hurt this one. In this case, the soundstage being tighter benefited this one, and the fact that the natural volume is louder on the on the Method 360s also helped that one out. So moving on to our third and final song. Again, now this is I think they kind of did a little comeback a little bit with the Moto Buds Plus, because there in this song, this is where having a wide soundstage actually worked in their favor. Okay, because you had the clanging instruments, the rattling instruments, and one in each ear, and not only that, but they were definitely like moving around, not staying stationary, but going back and forth, away from the mic, just in all directions and stuff. Really showed off how wide the soundstage was on the Moto Buds Plus, which again worked in its favor on that aspect, where the soundstage is a little tighter on the Method 360s, so they did sound a little bit more compact, although they were still doing the same thing. They just didn't have that depth when it came to the soundstage. However, with that being said, you got crisp, with the synthesizer. Both of them gave me crisp sound on that. They both picked up that little bass nugget at the beginning in the right earbud. Nice little rumble there. They both picked that up wonderfully. The echoing from the synthesizer in the beginning, it just sounded like it was just traveling for days. They both gave me that feel. I absolutely loved it. But then when you got the bass come in, both of them did a really good job. But I think the bass drop was a little bit more prominent on the Method 360s than on the Moto Buds Plus. But they both did a really good job of giving you that bass. All right, it was just it was a really good head-to-head here between these two on all three songs. You could definitely tell which one and which aspect each of these shine, in my opinion. Again, wider soundstage, Again, helped and hurt the Moto Buds Plus. The tighter sound stage did more help than harm on the Method 360s, in my opinion. But it did harm a little bit, but not to the length of the Moto Buds Plus. And I wish these guys were naturally a little louder. All right, so so good. And by the way, I did run that update that was showing up in the app, and just so we can get that out, because I know I'm probably going to hear in the comments, because it did show up on the app in the video. I did run that, and all this is based on taking that into consideration as well. Okay, so that way we can get that out of the way. All right, so my winner on this one, episode 1, will be the Skullcandy Method 360 ANC Earbuds. They just sound really, really good. That punch, the punchy bass, the reverb was fantastic. And just the only thing that the nice clarity with the vocalists and everything. The one thing is the tight sound stage. That's the one drawback of these earbuds. But so far in this series, I haven't been exposed on anything else but we still got a little ways to go. So that would have been their drawback on these ones, but they are great. It's a really, really good pair of earbuds. All right, as far as the Moto Buds Plus, solid sound. I like the bass. I just wish these guys, even the sound stage is wide. I just wish these guys were a little naturally louder. That's it. Their more natural volume was increased. If they were, it would just be, it'd be really tough to beat these guys, in a head-to-head, in my opinion, if their volume was a little naturally higher. But again, a great set of earbuds. I do keep these in my rotation. I do go back to them when from time to time, just to hear them and everything, like just to listen and see how they sound, and they don't disappoint. But again, a very good pair of earbuds if you're in the market. All right, so this has been episode 1 of the Gauntlet Series for the Skullcandy Method 360 ANC Earbuds. If you like what you see, go and hit the like button. If you want to join me as I continue to do videos like this and others, go and hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell. That way you're notified when videos like this and others drop. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.